For the PAX weekend, Milo and I stayed at a Quincy hotel in the Melbourne CBD. It's quite a nice hotel that's near the exhibition and convention centre. Our room package also included a free bottle of wine. We headed to Tokyo Maki to have dinner with Ken's brothers who came down for the PAX weekend. The next morning, Milo and Ken had breakfast in the hotel before Ken headed off to PAX. It was quite a nice but simple buffet breakfast. Thankfully, the weather was pretty nice for both days that Ken was at PAX. PAX is the largest gaming expo and convention in Australia. It was time to join the queue hall and wait for the start of the 2 very packed days.
Good luck, remember, everyone only get lucky if you pick out his voice. I feel out of place. They should be
The weekend has so much happening, and I wasn't even at PAX on the Friday, so you can see over the rest of this video all the various things that you can see and experience at PAX. Once you enter the expo hall, you see the massive Nintendo stand with various Switch 2 games, including some pre-releases and activities happening. You can also head all the way to the classic gaming section to see some more older Nintendo systems, as well as Sega, Amiga and other systems. You also could see some newer systems and get a chance to play a lot of the retro games or even some pinball. It's very impressive to see a lot of these retro games and systems collected. And big thanks to all those people who are collecting these systems and making sure that they still work today. If you prefer a bit more of hands-on gameplay, there is so much happening in the tabletop hall, including board games, card games, and so much more. The tabletop hall is also home to the console and PC free play area. They also had a tabletop library where you could hire some games to play. Back in the main expo hall, there is a lot of hardware to look at, including some very cool keyboards and a massive one. There was also a lot of cases and coolers on display, including integrated coolers with 4-sided LCD displays. Other cases included a Doom-themed one and a lot of bubble tea cases. The Govee stand had a lot of cool LED lights and pixel displays, as well as a Christmas tree. At the Blackmagic stand, they showed off DaVinci Resolve, which I use to edit our videos, as well as some nice cameras and editing panels. There's a lot of gaming retailers and manufacturers, including Intel and MSI. If you wanted to, you could try your luck on some of the racing rigs as well. Lots of shopping to do, including some cool merch from Disney. Or even a Pokeball Terranium. Of course, can't miss the panels, which have a lot of interesting topics, including on content creation, indie symphony, and how retro games shape today's gamers. Also, you see a lot of cosplay at PAX, and we went to see the Cosplay Central Crown Championship. The winner gets to represent Australia at MCM London Comic Con. There is also a lot of cosplay to see around the expo, with some very impressive costumes. There's a lot of things to do and see at PAX. It's a massive world which includes the Just Dance stage, speedrunning, Jackbox games, and a lot more. They also had Guitar Hero, the winter-themed Cult of the Lamb stand, and a lot of games to play at various stands. Xbox had a few funny jokes on their stand as well. PAX Rising was full of various indie games and new games that are being made locally and even across in New Zealand. Games included ones like Loftier. Lots of coffee and donuts also to keep us fueled up. And then it was time for the final Omegathon as PAX drew to a close.
The trouble there, clearly. Shoot himself. Oh!
A massive PAX weekend and so jam-packed that sometimes I wish it could last for longer. We finished the weekend with one last meal before it was time to sleep off the big weekend. Thanks for watching and join us in the next adventure.